Be sure to check out my Patreon for weekly exclusive interviews, extra content on Veve and Omi, and building generational wealth, as well as money management tips from experienced whales. Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another Veve and Ecomi video. And this one, I wanted to actually go over something very, very important, because I saw something yesterday that I don't want to see again within the community, man. It's just like the super speculative investing, man. We're already in a speculative space as it is. We're in the NFT space, and the crypto space is even speculative. So literally, we're in a completely speculative place as it is. You don't need to be adding more and more layers of speculation to your investment. So that being said, I will be showing more tips and more tricks over on the Patreon. You'll be able to find that there after the video. But for this one in particular, we're going to be just going over some simple basics and some simple surface level information that you can do, even if you're lazy. Even if you're lazy, you can easily do this and see what's undervalued on Veve, what something is priced at, and what has the highest chance of actually going up the more Veve grows. So that being said, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And yeah, let's jump straight into it, y'all. So when you are looking for an investment, and by the way, none of this is financial advice. When you're looking for an investment, what I like to do personally, I like to understand the popularity, the demand, where that demand is, because that also dictates when you're going to see the profits. Because there's one person on this list that's super famous, but you're going to see that she's not as famous in America. And you just heard me say she, you probably know who I'm talking about. She's famous in America, but not as famous as other places. But we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna go through all that. I'm gonna show you how to read this, see what it means, and basically use that to make better investments on Veve and better gambles for the long term. So you're not just really out here gambling, because my man's the Electra though. I'm still not over it. I'm still not over it. Electra, I was looking for valuable freaking Daredevil stuff, and there's not much. There's not much valuable Daredevil, and that's a sub character of the Daredevil. But anyway, so jumping into it, you go to something like the top life grosses, the top grossing brands. That means that people went out of their way to go spend money at the box office because they care about these films, these characters. So Avatar killed it. That's crazy. But yeah, Avengers. So chances are, I would assume based on this, but just keep in mind, this is only a piece of research. This is a piece of research. So seeing Avengers bring in almost $2.8 billion, that puts that at the top of my list. I should probably look at any character that's in the Avengers, check out what they're priced at on Veve, and see if I'm willing to pay that price, if I think they'll go up. Look up the historic data of where it has gone to on Veve previously, because these are the type of characters that has a great chance of going back at least to where they were, and probably going far past that. So yeah, that's like Avengers. Then you have Star Wars. Star Wars is up here as well. The top grossing brands of all time. Avengers, another Avengers. So that's twice Avengers have been on here. So now I'm really thinking about Avengers. Then again, Spider-Man, part of the Avengers. It's like, at this point, it's 3 Avengers. That instantly tells me where my focus needs to be in terms of popularity, what people are going to want, what people care about. And it's just being able to draw these conclusions. Out of the top grossing brands of the world, 3 of them involve the Avengers so far. Number 9, the Avengers. Then right here, Lion King. That would make me think Lion King is slept on. The first ever Lion King NFTs in the world, those are probably going to be valuable. That's another brand that I would look up just based off of this. And this is one list. We're going to go through a few others. There's going to be some things that we go through and analyze a little bit more. But as you can see here, Frozen is at the top of this list again. I mean, Frozen is at the top of this list. Not at the top, but I mean, this is pretty close to the top of the list. Like Frozen number 11, that's not bad. This is the top grossing, and this is just movies of all time. This is just movies. This is no particular category or anything. Avengers again. How many times have we seen Avengers? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I mean, Spider-Man is part of the Avengers, so that's 5. Like 5 times we've seen the Avengers up here in the top, what's that? Top 12? I mean, it tells you what in the world has the clear advantage of being most valuable. It tells you right here. Right here, you can see, but this is just one source. Keep in mind, you don't just look at one thing and make decisions. Never look at just one thing and make decisions. You have to find more. Yeah, let's continue to see. Like, let's see what else is out here. Frozen. I mean, yeah, Frozen. We saw Avengers. Black Panther. Black Panther did well. Black Panther definitely did well. But is it a proven track record? Like, that's the thing. Like, people were bringing up, like, we were arguing on Twitter about value of certain things. People threw Black Panther in the mix. Black Panther did well one time, and it did do really, really well. But are there collectibles? Or do people find this valuable? How many people are searching for this brand on a regular basis? Or was it just a one-off because it was like the greatest like black film in cinema history, people were saying? So it's like it's different things that you have to take into consideration and think about. The black community really came out to support that movie as well. It's like it's so many, and that's like a one-off thing also that could potentially be. So it's so many unverifiable things that took place around this movie. So do you count that? I'm more so that's a little bit more speculative for me. I would more so go for things that's a lot more guaranteed. Like at the point where Avengers is on this list 5-6 times, like right at the top of it, that's not speculative anymore. They are constantly the top brand in the world. So that mitigates your risk. That gives you a lot less risk than just saying, yo, Black Panther made the list once. That's what I'm going for, you know? Harry Potter's up here. Star Wars again. This is the second time. Frozen, the second Frozen movie, or the first Frozen movie is on here as well. Jurassic World. Okay, Jurassic World has made this list. Then we got Beauty and the Beast, Incredibles. We got Iron Man. So I mean, that's another. We got Iron Man, Aquaman. So you can kind of see based on this list the sentiment of the world. Captain America. Basically, what this tells you, even though these characters are lower down on the list, this tells you that you should be looking at Marvel. Like this, that's what this tells you. You want to make a profit, you should probably be looking at Marvel. That's literally what this list tells you right here. Star Wars, we have more Star Wars, Jurassic Parks. We got some Toy Stories on here. Another Lion King. But yeah, there we have it, man. There we have it. Like, this is just some quick research. I wouldn't be going this far down the list because the point was painted very, very clear. I look at this sheet just being lazy. I look at this page right here, and the first thing that I see is I should probably be focusing on the Avengers. That's really the biggest thing here. Probably be focused on the Avengers. Now let's move over to the next, like right here. List of highest grossing animated films. At this one, the first thing that stands out to me on this list, well, I just saw Lion King was on the top grossing films of all time. So now I'm taking the two into consideration. So Lion King was on that list. Now Lion King is at the top of this list. That's going to be in my head now. Like, I'm looking at Lion King. So Avengers, Lion King, Frozen. Both of the Frozens was on that last list, and now Frozen is in the top 3 of this list. So now that's coming. So Avengers, Lion King, Frozen. That's my list right now of things that I would look for to see if they're undervalued on Veve. What else we got? Toy Story 4, 3. The 2 Toy Stories is up here too in the top 10. I'm looking at those now. That's added to the list. Lion King again. Then the rest of these is like, you know, like, yeah, Lion King again. The rest of these is just maybe one-offs. Like, I mean, they're good, but like none of that's on Veve or like we already have found. We found Lion King, Frozen, and Toy Story. It's painting a pretty clear picture right here. Painting a pretty clear picture, combining this information with the information on this page. So yeah, next we look at the top grossing brands of all time. We got to take this into consideration. Pokemon, obviously we don't have that on Veve yet. Hello Kitty, then Winnie the Pooh. I mean, this would be enough for me to look at Winnie the Pooh and consider Winnie the Pooh. I mean, based on the price he's at on Veve, it's probably disrespectful to the point where it'll probably go up in value. Who knows if it will be a grail though? Because obviously the who's buying the Winnie the Pooh stuff does matter. Mickey Mouse is under all that, but I mean, he represents Disney as a whole, so it is a great and valuable collector's item. Star Wars is down here. Marvel is down here, so that's interesting. The MCU is all the way down here, which means they don't sell as much merch and stuff like that. Because a lot of these sales come from like merchandise. Like, look at this merchandise. Merchandise is ruling this. Merchandise, like, they don't sell as much merchandise as everybody. Do they sell any merchandise? Oh my goodness, what's the green? Box office. So Marvel's money seems to come from the box office. So that's interesting as well. But also Marvel is continuing to become more and more popular. Marvel's continue to become more and more popular. So because even though it's an older brand, the movies just really start popping off. The movies just start doing their thing. So I mean, given time, we could see a big change and shift in a list like this. And also, I don't know how old this information is either, by the way. So yeah, that's important. Batman is down here. Like, they got merchandise sales. Dragon Ball Z is actually down there. And what's that? Comics and manga. So people mainly buy the comics and mangas for that. So that's interesting. So this is just some more information to digest. We really didn't get too much from this page, honestly. There's Star Wars. We saw Star Wars on the top grossing list. And then we see Star Wars right here among the, but I mean, it's pretty obvious how important Star Wars is. So this gives us a better, and then right here for Mickey. So we see Mickey sales, but then again, Mickey sales is like these Winnie the Pooh. Like, I mean, yeah, this page, I mean, you probably take this page with a grain of salt. It doesn't give us enough information. It really doesn't. So yeah, that being said, then we move along. We got Spider-Man. Spider-Man, we just saw Spider-Man on another list. We saw Spider-Man on the first list. We know, and now it's saying that he's the most popular hero in the world. So this is more information. He's popular in 57 countries. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is also popular in 15 countries. That's literally the second most popular hero in the world. Then you have Batman right under Wonder Woman. Now, you have Iron Man, Superman, Captain America, Aquaman, Hulk. This list was more than likely done before Thor started taking off. Dang, Thanos. This actually shed some light on maybe how people will feel about Thanos being a Grail in the future, because that's more countries that he's popular in than Spider-Man. That doesn't even make sense. I would second guess this hero list. Honestly, that right there makes me second guess this hero list, to be honest. Because you know Thanos, but you don't know Spider-Man. That doesn't make sense at all. Yeah. So yeah, that right there just made the list more questionable to me. Joker, 21 countries. You know, more people know the Joker than they know Batman. I mean, is that what we doing? The Joker is popular in more countries. Like, yeah. So at this point, whether you get to the villains, like, this list starts to become very, very questionable. So yeah, like. So this list is taken with a grain of salt, but we know the popularity of these heroes. That being said, we also have like the Aquaman. We can see the Aquaman sales. This sold 1.1 billion, but I mean, this could have been a one-off event. Like, we don't know. Like, we don't really know. I mean, it had super high interest when it came out. Is it going to do it again? That's more information. Like, you have to keep digging, keep finding information. Then we have Wonder Woman. So what's interesting about this one is it actually tells us a little bit more information that we can read into and kind of come to our own conclusion. So Wonder Woman earned 37.7 million domestically and 110 million overseas. So basically what this says is, since it's only earned like less than 40 million domestically and 110 million overseas, that would tell me that this character is more popular overseas. You know, so we're going to have to wait for some of those countries to come on board before we see a bigger profit when it comes down to Wonder Woman, as opposed to something like Spider-Man, which is popular everywhere equally, damn near. You know, so yeah, it's like just piecing together information and stuff like this. This is how you do some very simple, very basic research. And this is how you process the information, digest it, compare it, and bulk it all up together to make a stronger and stronger and stronger case for what piece you actually want to get. Because this is obviously Wonder Woman has the potential to be a Grail piece, but a Grail piece when? Because when it has some of these other countries she's popular in, that's when she's more likely to move. So if I'm looking for something more short term, and we don't even have her popular countries on Veve yet, yeah, I mean that wouldn't seem like, I mean, it seems like a great time to buy, but it doesn't seem like, if I'm looking for a return quickly, that's not a piece that I would go for. So all of this information definitely matters, and timing matters. All of that matters. So yeah, this is how you do some research. You look at popularity. You look at what people want, what people are desiring, and you make investment decisions based off of that, not just what you think, what you feel, or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna end it here, y'all. Be sure to check out the Patreon. I'm going to go a little bit farther into this, into more detail over on the Patreon. Show you all how to really check what's recent, today, modern. Like it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be a lot better. You know what I mean? Y'all pay for the best, so you get the best over there. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of videos over there lately. So if you are interested in joining, interested in some of the stuff we talk about, a lot of great topics are being covered. Yeah, that being said, thank you all for the little support, all that. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And I will catch y'all on the next one, fam. Peace out, Joe.